If you are a Canadian employer who's wanting to support the work permit application of a foreign employee by applying for a labor market impact assessment, an LMIA, then you will want to know that there are going to be fees associated with that LMIA application. There are going to be LMIA fees and legal fees. And so the question is, can you push those fees onto the employee? The answer is no. Those costs will have to be absorbed by you, the employer. Welcome back. My name is Donovan Francis. I'm a Canadian immigration lawyer at GOOSELAW Immigration, where we help Canadian businesses bring foreign workers to Canada without the legal hassle. In this video, I want to talk about the fees associated with an application for a labor market impact assessment, an LMIA, and who is responsible for those fees. So a labor market impact assessment, just to give you a bit of context, is required where a Canadian employer wants to hire a foreign national, but that employer first needs to get the authorization, the go-ahead from the Canadian authorities in order to hire that foreign national. And so that authorization, that go-ahead, that approval is generally referred to as a positive LMIA, a labor market impact assessment. So the employer submits an application for a labor market impact assessment, and the authorities, after doing that assessment, come back and they issue a positive LMIA saying that the employer is approved to seek a foreign national because the role they're trying to fill will not adversely impact the Canadian labor market. So that's what the LMIA is. And so when that employer submits that application, or even before they submit the application, there are likely going to be costs involved. Typically, an LMIA application is a complex application, and oftentimes it takes quite a bit of time. And so most employers are going to be hiring a lawyer or some other legal representative to support their LMIA application. And so that comes with its own legal costs, right? So that's the first cost that the employer will likely incur. Additionally and separately, the employer is going to have to pay a fee for each LMIA application, with few exceptions. But in most situations, the employer is going to be paying a fee. And at the moment, the fee is 1,000 Canadian dollars per LMIA application. And so that, in addition to the legal costs, will have to be borne by the employer, not the employee. And this is a question that we see quite often from employers, and understandably so, especially where an employer is wanting to hire multiple employees on LMIAs. But the rules require the employer to be responsible for offsetting the costs for the LMIA. You know, as part of the LMIA application itself, the forms are clear that an LMIA application can only be submitted by an employer, not by the foreign national, and that any fees associated with that application must be paid by the employer as well. And outside of that, there are also provincial rules that restrict an employer's ability to recoup the cost associated with recruiting or hiring a foreign national. In the province of Ontario, for instance, the Ontario Employment Act prohibits employers from attempting to recoup costs such as the LMIA cost or any cost involved in the LMIA application process, from recouping those costs from the employee. And so it is very important that as employers, you are aware of this going in, so as to protect yourselves and to ensure that you are in compliance with the rules that the immigration authorities have in place. All right. So I trust you found value from this video. As always, remember to like our videos so you will see more videos like this. Subscribe to our channel so you'll be notified the next time we publish a video. And check us out on go.gooselaw.com. Thanks. See you again.